Hello everyone, welcome. My name is Rubydung. Welcome to today's episode. As you can see here, I'm up here on the title screen. But wait, this looks different. This isn't the title screen. The title screen has like a bunch of dirt behind it, and the Minecraft logo I believe is different. Did that change that? I think they changed that at some point. But yeah, that's not the point here. The point is, you can see that the background here is different. And if I were to hover my mouse over here, you can see it says Minecraft Beta 1.8.1. That's right, there was a new update. And oh boy, the amount that changed. If you guys have not been keeping up to date with this game, the amount they've been talking about and the amount they've shown is absolute insanity. So I kind of want to show you guys a couple of things that they changed here. And one of the big ones, obviously, is going to be the title screen here, but it's also going to be a couple of things in game. But yeah, just to start things off, you can see the absolute difference that has already happened around here. Because if I look around, you'll probably notice a few differences. First off, you'll notice the grass is a different color. That's pretty obvious one, I'd say. It's a lot more kind of more realistic kind of green, I suppose. It's kind of hard to tell. Green's not exactly my good color. But you would also be able to see that the actual lighting around the buildings is a bit different. And you would also notice a couple of things that are now on my HUD that are a bit different. But I'm going to get to those in a second. Because I'm going to do one of them right now, is the new hunger mechanic. And with the new hunger mechanic, we now have a new thing we can do. I'm moving quickly! Woo! I'm even jumping around it quickly. So we now have fast travel on legs. Ooh. As you can see, as I'm running around here, that's going down. So I can't just do that forever. That is a limited thing. So how do I keep that up? Well, I have to go get food, which I'm going to show you guys here in a second. But when I climb up into my house, oh boy, there's a lot of problems, as you can see. So first off, they changed chests, as you can see. They are no longer a block. They're now this little tiny thing right here. They take up less than a block, but yeah, a lot of the chests are now the wrong color, it looks like. So that's a bit fun. But they also did add other things to the game. As you can see here, chests now have a little sound effect when you open them and close them. But yeah, they did change a couple of things. Like, let me show you some of them. One of the big ones, I believe I can show you this one off the top here, is if I go around here, put all this. We have brick stairs. I can make brick stairs now. So, you know, all of those little things I've been building out around here across all of the bridges. Yeah, I could theoretically replace all those with stairs. Probably not going to, because for every 6 brick blocks, I only get 4 stairs. So I'm factually not getting a good deal out of that. So probably not going to do it. Ooh, but let's get back onto the other change I was talking about. The making. If I come along to this chest over here, I need to grab myself 3 wood just so I can advertise this little thing here. I'll go over here, make me some bowls. Just need a few of these for this little part here, just for my little convenience. Come all the way around here and open up my mushrooms chest. Grab a stack of each, and like that. Then I can put this, and this. Nope. Okay, it needs to be a crafting table. Of course it does. Come around here. I believe it's this, and this. There we go. And I can make up myself 4 of these real quick. And you can see that I am currently at full health. I can begin nobbing on this, and I now go to full hunger. So what happens at full hunger? That means I passively regenerate health now. So I no longer need to worry about constantly eating food to keep my health up. I won't have to be walking around with half a heart and just being like having to worry about that. But now I need to actually worry about food, because as I sprint around, my hunger will actively go down. So I do have to now begin keeping an eye on that, and I do actually need to begin keeping food on me. This base also seems a lot smaller now that I'm able to move around it so quickly. So that's interesting. Another thing they also changed, in case anyone's curious, is they also finally updated the mossy cobble texture, so that's now in line with the actual cobble, so they're not two completely different things anymore, so that's a bit fun. But I do want to talk about one of the coolest things they just added. If I come over to a crafting table here, put down 1 stone each, we now get a stone bricks. Pull that out. Do I have a diamond pick on me? No, I don't. I need to make a diamond pick real quick. 1, 2, 3. Wait, do I already have a diamond pick in my tools chest? Just gotta take a quick look for that. No, I don't. Okay. But, yeah, let me just come around here. And, the new block that's in the game, and I think that looks pretty cool. I think it's a pretty cool looking block, but one of the more notable parts about this block is, let me grab 2 sticks back around here, place in all of these, so you know how if you break stone, you get mossy stone. Well, you break stone, you get cobblestone. That's the correct term. If you break stone brick, you get stone brick. So, I can come around here, break each of these individual things, and I'll get exactly what I put down, and opposed to the half slabs where 3 stone converts to 3 half slabs, and 3 half slabs makes 1 block. Stone is an exact 1-to-1 translation, so this is actually more efficient to begin making stone opposed to slabs, actually. So, for things like my transport base, where I'm using a lot of stone and slabs over there, I actually can begin moving in things like stone brick. Another thing they also added to the game is, I want to come over here and take up 6 glass, come over here to my valuables. Oh, I would take iron, but, let me just grab, some of this. I'm gonna grab coal, and I'm gonna smelt up about 8 of this. Or so, come around to this furnace and throw that in while I'm demonstrating this one. Come over to this chest here, put down all of this glass, and boom, you get glass panes. So from the glass block, we now get 16 panes, and let me show you what these look like. So where's a good place to show this? Do I have any good blocks for demonstration? You know what? Dirt's always a good demonstration block. Can't convince me otherwise. So, if I put down a glass plane right here, you'll see a bit of an interesting, like, block here. So, it doesn't look particularly pretty. It looks like it's normal glass. You can walk into it a little bit, so, it does block off, like, the center, but not the rest of it. But one of the more notable parts about it is that I put another one down here. It changed shape. So now it's like this little, counter-looking thing. And if I put another here, it expands again. So it determines its shape based off what blocks are next to it, similar to how fences do. But I also can put blocks like this around it. So, as you can see here, connected to the back block there, and I now have a nice little window just flat up against the wall, opposed to what I have for this base out here, where I have like these little inset, like outside windows, basically. This one I could theoretically put in here, and I wouldn't have to like protrude the window out at all. It would just have its own natural little indent. But another notable thing about this actual glass here is if I go and punch it, you can see it drops. So that is probably one of the biggest parts about this item over the glass block, where if you punch a glass block, it's gone forever. But if you punch one of these, it stays with you. So that is a nice little thing about these. But if I also come around to the iron here, and I put down all of this, you get iron bars, which have a very similar thing to those. I put that down, very similar thing. Put it here, here, then take the dirt, move it around here, and boom, very similar thing to the actual glass, just different texture. So probably a lot of my iron's going to wind up going into using these for certain bases now, because I think that looks absolutely superb. Oh my gosh. These take forever to break, if I recall. Yeah, it looks like I'm going to be spending the better part of an hour breaking these now. Looks like we got a new obsidian in the game. Just gotta break it real... Okay, that's not going to be worth it. But yeah, that is some of the blocks they added to the game more recently. Let me sleep down real quick, and I'll show you another thing they also added to the game that I think is fairly interesting. Come around here, move back here, and where is it? Oh, I believe it's 2 sticks, 2 planks, and then another 2 sticks. Over here then, plank, plank, stick, 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 stick. Yes, we now get a fence gate. So the interesting thing about this block is if I come around over here, put down, you can see this is a little free-floating block. It's very similar to the fence. If you walk into it, it kind of just blocks your path from no matter what side you get. You can't jump on top of it, just like a fence. But one of the more notable parts is if I click on it, it opens, and you're now able to walk right on through it. I believe it's from any angle. Yeah, it's just a now completely block that you can just walk through freely. So that is now another thing that's a bit interesting. So walk into that, walk through it. I believe I'm now, once I walk out of this block, I can't walk back into it. Yeah. So that's another thing that they just added. Another thing to talk about with the newest update is the sword and the passive mobs. So, there's now been a few changes onto... Oh, dropped into here. There's a few changes that have happened with the new passive mobs. For example, as you can already see here, the pork chop has changed texture. So, yeah, that has now been a change. But another more notable one is if I come around here, I want to kill this chicken here. You'll see that it dropped a raw chicken and a bunch of stuff just came out of it. So, there is now a thing in the game called experience. The experience you basically just get from killing mobs. So, as I kill more mobs here, I'll get more experience. But I also now have a raw chicken. So this raw chicken here is basically another type of food, similar to how you can kill the pigs. But if I also come around here to this cow over here, hit that, and it just dropped a whole bunch of beef. So that now means that we have multiple sources of getting food in the game outside of just pigs. So the chickens and the cows now drop them. Ooh, there's also an egg over here. Pick that up. However, in exchange for this, there is going to be a bit of a change to how the passive mobs work. Passive mobs now are going to begin spawning in my world, but they're not going to stay in my world. They, changed how passive mobs work. They're no longer a spawnable thing. They now are just kind of a thing that they spawn once and they stay forever. So once you basically kill something, it's gone forever. So my little passive mob farm that I've been running for multiple episodes now, now just doesn't work. So, well, not that, well, I guess it just doesn't work in some sense, but it's no longer really usable. So this thing here, might as well just close it up. It's not going to do anything, because nothing can spawn up there anymore, because mobs don't spawn. But yeah, that's a little bit that's happens there. But that is also notable for if I come around here. You can see I have a whole bunch of porks. That's now all stackable, so I can come through here and really condense this chest up. So, massive thing of pork. Yep, you're now going to be a little thing of pork. So, all that food I've been gathering in multiple chests for multiple episodes, probably going to get me less than a stack of pork. So this stuff's going to go very quickly. So, not particularly useful now. All that stockpiling I've done is now not very useful, but at least I have some food sitting around. Yep, still got another chest of it over here, but I'm not going to sit here and do all that on camera. Another thing I wanted to show was the new sword mechanic. In the sense, if I come around here, you can see if I go here, I can jump off of this edge. I want to note how many hearts I take. I took a total of 2.5 hearts. I want to double tap W so I can go into sprint mode. Go all the way back around over to this bridge here. Want to get all the way back up to where I was. Oh, got sprint mode again. And sprint mode again. Come around into this bridge, eat up my soup. Then gotta stand here until I get back all of my health. Come on. Alright. I can now hold left click with the sword. I move a lot slower, as you can see. Like, I'm not shifting. If I hold shift, you can see it's even slower. But while I'm holding this, apparently you take less less damage in general, I believe. So if I drop down here, it was 2.5 hearts previously. That was 1.5 now. So I blocked off a total of a heart just by holding down right click using my sword. So I'm now able to block oncoming damage even without armor, which I basically never wear because my resources are better used elsewhere. So now I'm able to actually if I carry a sword around, I'm actually able to block quite a large amount of damage because that blocked almost half the amount of damage that I took last time. So that's pretty nice. Another thing that they have changed in this most recent version is if I take out a total of 3 string and a couple arrows, so I'm just going to take that last little bit there and come around here with 3 sticks. If you guys remember how bows work, you can just basically spam click the button and fire as many arrows as you please. In this newer version, if I go to click on the bow, you can see my bow animation there changed, but if I hold down the right click, you can see it charges up and fires a long way. So, you're now able to charge these things up and then shoot things from very far away now, opposed to previously where I could only probably shoot something that was, like, right here. So, this thing traveled all the way to the other end of the base. I have no clue where it actually landed, though. Where did my arrow... Oh, there it is. It's on my glass. Holy cow, that blends in really well. But yeah, so the new bow has a new charge mechanic. There was also another thing that I wanted to show. If I come all the way out here again, probably going to kill some more mobs. Ooh, another egg. Gotta grab that. Ooh. If I come out around here, which of these mobs do I deem not worthy living, one that is worth taking an example on? There's a sheep all the way out here. You're not very much use in the water now, are you, bud? If I come out actually, that's not a good example. I want to use that pig. That pig was a better example. I need something on land. Where's a land animal? An animal on land. There we go. Okay, so Mr. Pig, you'll be my demonstration. If I hit him, not very much, but if I jump up and as I'm falling down hit him, oh nope, that was not hello pig, hello, look at my sword. Let me move around this so I can get some food, because these are important now. If I jump up in the air and hit him, oh, that was a bad example. I think I did that wrong. If I jump up and hit, you can see there was a bunch of little stars and the sheep died immediately. That is the new critical. So if you're falling down in strike as you fall, you do a critical hit, which means it does a lot more damage. So basically trying to get as much as you can on that. So that's basically going to be the new way to try killing things, is basically jump around like a madman clicking. So you can be in killing stuff. As well as there being the new stone brick, however, there is also other types of stone brick, though. If I come around here, you can see the other 2 types of stone brick. You can see the cracked stone brick and the mossy stone brick. So you might be wondering, ooh, how do I get these 2 types of stone bricks? Is it like mossy, where I just have to go out and find them in dungeons? Well, technically no, because there is a way to actually get them, though it's a bit wonky, I would say, so I don't know how intentional it is, but it's a pretty interesting way of being able to get them. So if I come around here, if I place these in a kind of a pattern like this. These are the stone brick slabs, in case you're curious. They are able to be crafted into stone bricks. I want to come around here and pick up some stone bricks real quick. Yeah, I just want to pick up this little pop. So I want you to notice this little stack I have in my hand. So if I break this one with my pick, it drops a stone brick. I can pick that up, I get a stone brick in my inventory, so pretty normal. If I break this one, though, drops to the ground, it didn't stack. It's a stone brick, but it doesn't stack with the other stone brick. Not sure why. I don't know if I can place it down and break it again to get the normal stone brick. Nope, it's just a stone brick that doesn't stack. So that's just going to be a bit of an annoying thing. Have to make sure not to break those types of stairs. But if I break these other types of stairs, if I break this one, it gets me a mossy stone brick. So I now am able to get a mossy stone brick by a stair facing in the third direction. And if I break this one, it gets me a cracked stone brick facing in the second direction. So, those are the two ways in order to get it. You have to use 6 stone to craft 4 stone. Well, you have to use 6 stone brick to craft 4 stone stairs, and then you can turn one of those stone stairs into a mossy or cracked stone brick. So that is how you do the conversion on that. Hence why I believe it's a bit weird, but it's nice that you're able to get them. So that's kind of a nice thing. The only problem is I think this 100% has to be a bug, considering how this doesn't stack. So I wouldn't be surprised if they also count being able to get these 2 from the stairs also as a bug. But I think it's a pretty cool thing that you can get these just by breaking stairs. So pretty cool option, but they need to get away with this not being able to stack the same item glitch. That's just annoying. Another new item they also added to the game actually involves the new the hostile mobs. Is over here at the hostile mob farm. If I come around here and pick up what is here, you can see I picked up bones, gunpowder, normal stuff. However, you can see a new item in my inventory. It is called rotten flesh. This is the new zombie drop. So they no longer drop feathers, which that makes sense. It didn't make sense for them to drop feathers in the first place. They're now dropping rotten flesh, which is a lot more appropriate. But you can now, if I run around here, I can now nom on this. So if I go to eat it, you can see my health bar changed. Ooh. What that signifies is that if I were to do any actions, or if I just do anything at all, really, my hunger is going to go down. So, in exchange for basically getting food here, I get hungry. So, I don't know how long the hunger effect lasts. It looks like it lasts for quite a bit. So, did I make it? No, I didn't make that big of an issue. So, it looks like I basically went down to how much I initially had. So, rotten flesh, still pretty useless. So, got a whole bunch of feathers, didn't find much of a use for them. Getting rotten flesh now, still don't having much of a use for it, but I'm sure they'll do something with it in the future. It's probably not just going to be something they leave around to ignore, so probably going to do a whole bunch with it in the future, I can imagine. Also, another interesting note that they have recently added to the game. Last update, they added a nice little feature where you're able to go over to somewhere, and I can hold down shift and click on item, and it moves that item around in the inventory. They also added a new feature, so if I go over to a crafting table, put the bowls, mushrooms, and mushrooms into here. It doesn't have to be exactly this crafting recipe, it can be any crafting recipe. If I hold down shift and click on this item, I now have 4 bowls in my inventory, so it is crafted the maximum amount it possibly could have crafted there. So, I no longer have to sit there and hold down shift and click on the menu in order to get the items that I'm looking for. It just automatically is crafting that stuff whenever I click the button. As you can see here, I'm all the way out at the second base. It's a lot quicker to get here, by the way. It just took so much less time. The rail didn't change at all, but just the walk all the way out here took so much less time. Just holding down, double-clicking W and then holding space just makes you go places so much quicker. But you might be wondering, oh, Ruby, why are you all the way out here at the second base? Well, we're not actually here for the second base. We're here to talk about the new terrain generation. So if I come around from the back of this base and begin exploring in this direction, I haven't really explored in this way very much, so I can begin moving about and looking forward in this way, and I can begin getting an idea of what everything looks like. So let me take a quick F3 so I can get an idea of where that is. So that's about a 1,000 by 1,000 where my thing is, I believe. Would that be a correct assumption? Yeah, about 1,000 by 1,000. So, well, 1,000 by 1,200 is more accurate, I guess. So I just don't forget where my thing is. But if I begin venturing in this direction, we'll begin to see what the new terrain looks like. Hopefully it'll be pretty soon, and I'm not just going to be running off into the wild, but I'm curious to see what the new terrain is going to be like in my world. So I have to stop every once in a while, take a big old lunch with eat some of my mushrooms. Oh, you can see it here on the edge now. You can begin seeing the new terrain generation. Ah, I just jumped off it. So this here is where I am standing right now, I believe. New terrain. It doesn't really look it. It doesn't look like it changed too much, but trust me, it's new terrain. So it looks like it generated quite weird over there. I'm guessing I did something off in that direction or something. So I have to figure out what's going on about that. But put down all of my ingredients again. Shift click that. Pick up my workbench, and I can now begin looking out among my new terrain. So let's go take a look at what this world has to offer. I'm curious how much of this is actual. Oh wait, yeah, I think this is new terrain. So many new animals out here, as you can see. So this has to be new terrain, because yeah, no animals in my old terrain. Because obviously there wasn't any there when it because they're not passively spawning, and they only passively spawned previously. So my old world is now completely barren of animals, while this new one has them everywhere. So, quite interesting. So that's going to be a bit of an interesting thing to go on with. But yeah, this new terrain is going to be quite interesting. Oh, there it is. There's one of the terrains that I was looking for the most, actually. That is the new swamplands, I believe. Which just has I believe the trees there you're not able to properly grow yet. And they also have a thing called vines, which I feel are going to be an interesting little thing. I need to slowly make my way all the way over here. And yeah, you can get a good view of the swamplands. Right next to a desert, I feel it's pretty inaccurate to actual swamplands, but if we begin nitpicking minor Minecraft logic, then we're going to be here all day. Is that a border error? Interesting. Curious why trees grew on the border error. Oh, wait a second. There's a lot of border errors, I think, that's going on around this area. It's odd. Oh, wow. Yeah, this is a big... Okay. Huh. This is interesting. Wow. Huh. I did not expect to see something like... This is a massive ice sheet in the middle of this desert. Oh my god, you move so quickly on ice. Holy cow. I mean, let me eat my soup so I can show you this. Holy cow, look at this. Just look how fast you move on ice with the new sprint mechanic. Oh my gosh. That is absolutely crazy. But yeah, that is, this is the new swamp biome. So, pretty cool place, I think. It might be a nice place to kind of build another base, maybe, because they got all these little custom trees and such. Ooh, it's almost night. But yeah, probably need to head back all the way to the main or second base so I can actually update you on some real stuff, or I might go underground here and show you some of the cool underground things we got, because we got quite a few cool underground stuff. But yeah, this update has so much. Like, it's probably one of the biggest updates to date outside of maybe the update that I first started the series on. But even then, I would probably say this has even more than that, because that one we had like a whole new dimension. This one I feel like is adding even more than a dimension, even, really. I still can't get over this massive ice sheet in the middle of this desert. It's just, look at it. It looks, it's so ridiculous. But yeah, I'm going to begin trudging my way back. I'm curious what's actually happening with this little border thing over here. Wait a second. What's going on with the water? Is the water a different level? This is interesting. Why is the water here wrong? This seems like a problem. Hopefully this isn't doing anything bad. There's a big old chunk that is inaccurate. No, another big chunk. This is interesting. Curious if this is actually, like, it's sectioned off, I think, perfectly for a chunk. That's, but yeah, this is being interesting. So I would get back to you guys with the main base, and, oh, there's clay. Oh, I forgot clay generates in this biome, like, a lot. So, probably going to decimate these biomes, because, oh boy, I cannot get enough bricks for my base, so probably going to wind up tearing up that entire swampland just for all of that clay. But I'm going to be back with you guys here at the main base so I can discuss something a little important, actually. But yeah, guys, I wanted to do a quick little discussion with all of you, because Mojang released a little bit of a statement about this newest update and what it has on, the effect it's going to have on people basically with already existing worlds. So I wanted to kind of talk about that because I'm one of those people. I'm one of those people with an existing world that put a lot of work into this, and I'm going to be one of the ones that are affected. So, Mojang talked about a little bit how with this newest update and with future ones, that we're probably going to want to make a new world. They basically talked about how we're not going to get any of the new stuff, how we're basically going to be stuck in the old terrain. They're going to be adding things like new terrain, and all of the mass expanse we have already explored is going to be interfering with all of the new terrain we'll be getting, so it'll be difficult in order to actually get things like the mine shafts that were just added, to see things like the cave spider or the silverfish. Those were two mobs that were recently added, but they only spawn in the new terrains. They don't spawn here in the old ones. So I wouldn't be able to see any of those. So Mojang was sitting there talking about, oh, you have to go make a new world in order to see all the new stuff. However, I'm very attached to this world now. I've spent a lot of my time doing stuff in this world, getting things done, making and just building things, basically just having fun, and Mojang is now telling me that it would probably be advisable to make a new world. So I now have this bit of dilemma in front of me of, do I make a new world and get to see all the new things that are coming with the new updates and basically everything that's going to be coming, or do I just keep working? Do I just ignore all of the stuff going on, everything that's being made around me and basically being put into this game? In exchange, I get some of the stuff that will affect me, and I look at the stuff that I think I could use in exchange for basically being slightly more annoying, and continue working on everything that I've already made and continue to do, because there's still so many things around here that I want to get done, but I just haven't got done yet because it takes a while to do it all. So do want to do that, really. So I kind of already settled my idea on this. I do want to hear what you guys have to say, but I think I already know what I'm going to do, but I love hearing what people's opinions are, so I might as well just ask regardless. Um, I want to basically ask you guys, do you want me to make a new world just for this new update, all the new stuff that they're adding, everything crazy, so that way we can see it all firsthand, not have to worry about all of the other things that are going on? Or should I just make a, well, just keep going with what I've already made, not worry about all of the new things, just keep continuing with what I've already done and with what I can continue to do. So, probably going to sit here and just work on my base. So, I'm probably going to do the latter option, but I want to hear what you guys have to say before I just go out, make my decision, not listen, because obviously I wouldn't be making the series if I didn't care about what people thought about it. So, yeah. Going to hopefully hear what you guys have to say about that. But, I mostly just sat down and talked about the new features, so, but there was a lot to get through. Holy cow, so many new things, and so many things I could do with all of the new stuff. So, I hopefully will actually be able to do things with all the new stuff in the next episode, because that's going to do it for me today. So I'm going to see you in the next one. Bye!